Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the animal kingdom to uncover some truly astonishing tales of revenge. Throughout history, animals have been seen to exhibit extraordinary behaviors, and in some instances, these actions appear to be driven by a primal desire for retribution. Join me as we journey from the savannas of Africa to the icy depths of the Arctic Ocean, exploring documented accounts of animals seemingly seeking revenge against those who have wronged them. From elephants to crows, whales to monkeys, we'll delve into the fascinating and sometimes unsettling world of animal intelligence, memory, and what some might call a sense of justice. Don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from the wild. For centuries, humanity has pondered the cognitive abilities of animals. Are they capable of experiencing complex emotions? Can they strategize and plan? And perhaps most intriguingly, can they hold grudges and seek revenge? While the concept of animals enacting calculated acts of revenge might seem far-fetched, there are countless stories from across the globe that suggest otherwise. From ancient fables to modern-day accounts, tales of animals seeking retribution have captivated and bewildered us. These stories often involve animals that have been mistreated, abused, or separated from their young, only to return with a vengeance, targeting those responsible for their suffering. While some may dismiss these events as mere coincidence or instinctive behavior, others see them as evidence of a deeper intelligence and emotional capacity within the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, survival is paramount, and acts of aggression are often driven by the need to protect oneself, one's offspring, or territory. But in cases of revenge, the motivation seems to go beyond these basic instincts. It suggests a level of awareness, memory, and perhaps even a sense of fairness that we once believed to be uniquely human. Throughout this series, we'll examine these remarkable stories, exploring the evidence, the possible explanations, and the implications of animal revenge. Our first story takes us to the heart of India, a land where humans and elephants have coexisted for millennia. This is the tale of a lone bull elephant known for his impressive size and gentle demeanor, who became a legend for his act of calculated revenge. For years, this magnificent creature had been a vital part of the local logging industry, working alongside handlers who, it seemed, treated him with respect and care. But one fateful day, this harmony was shattered. A new handler, inexperienced and cruel, took charge of the elephant. The elephant was subjected to brutal treatment, enduring harsh beatings and being deprived of food and water. This went on for days, the elephant's once gentle spirit slowly turning to resentment and anger. Then one day, the elephant simply vanished. Weeks turned into months, and the villagers breathed a sigh of relief, believing the elephant to be long gone. But they were wrong. One evening, as the sun began to set, the elephant reappeared on the outskirts of the village, his eyes blazing with a cold fire. What followed was a scene of utter devastation. The elephant, with calculated precision, targeted the homes and belongings of those who had mistreated him, sparing the innocent. The villagers fled in terror as the elephant rampaged through the village, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Once his revenge was complete, the elephant vanished into the night, never to be seen again. The villagers, forever marked by the experience, learned a profound lesson about the consequences of mistreating even the most gentle of giants. Our next tale centers around an unassuming yet highly intelligent creature, the crow. Known for their problem-solving abilities and remarkable memories, crows have earned a reputation for both their cleverness and their capacity for holding a grudge. This particular story unfolds in a bustling city park where a pair of crows had built their nest high up in the branches of a towering oak tree. Year after year they would return to this same spot, raising their young amidst the hustle and bustle of city life. One spring day, as the parent crows were busy gathering food, a group of children, their curiosity piqued by the nest, approached the tree. Unbeknownst to them, their innocent exploration was about to have unintended consequences. One of the children, eager for a closer look, began to climb the tree, shaking the branches violently. The crows, alerted by the commotion, returned to find their nest disturbed and one of their chicks lying injured on the ground. Enraged by what they perceived as a malicious attack, the crows began to circle above, their caws echoing through the park. But this was no ordinary bird call, it was a warning, a declaration of revenge. From that day forward, the crows made it their mission to target the child who had harmed their young. Every time the child entered the park, the crows would swoop down from the sky, dive-bombing him relentlessly. They would caw loudly, their sharp beaks pecking at his head as if to say, "We remember what you did." The child, initially amused by the crows' antics, soon became terrified. He avoided the park altogether, but the crows, their memories as sharp as their beaks, seemed to always find him, their relentless pursuit a stark reminder of the day he crossed the wrong birds. We journey now to the vast and unforgiving expanse of the open ocean, where we encounter one of the most awe-inspiring creatures on Earth, the whale. This is a story of a whaling ship, the Essex, and its ill-fated encounter with a creature driven by what seemed like an unquenchable thirst for revenge. In the early 19th century, whaling was a perilous yet profitable industry, and the Essex was known for its successful hunts. But on one fateful voyage, the tables were turned, and the hunters became the hunted. It began like any other whaling expedition, the crew setting out with harpoons and ropes, eager to claim their prize. They soon encountered a pod of sperm whales, their massive bodies gliding through the water. Among them was a whale of unusual size and aggression, a whale that would come to be known as Mocha Dick. Mocha Dick, easily identifiable by his scarred body and misshapen jaw, had survived countless encounters with whalers, each encounter fueling his rage. The Essex's crew, unaware of the danger they were in, harpooned one of the whales, sending the pod into a frenzy. Mocha Dick, enraged by the attack on his kin, retaliated with a ferocity never before witnessed. He rammed the Essex with such force that the ship split in two, sending the terrified crew scrambling for their lives. Adrift in small boats, the surviving crew watched in horror as Mocha Dick circled them, his massive eye seemingly fixed on them with a cold, calculating stare. Some say he even prevented other whales from coming to their aid. The crew of the Essex eventually made it to land, but their ordeal became a chilling reminder of the power and fury that nature is capable of unleashing. Some dismissed Mocha Dick's actions as mere animal instinct, but others saw it as a calculated act of revenge, a stark warning to those who dared to hunt these magnificent creatures. Our final story brings us face to face with one of humankind's closest relatives, the monkey. This tale shines a light on the remarkable intelligence and capacity for problem-solving that these animals possess, and how these skills can be used to seek revenge when they are wronged. In a renowned research facility, a group of scientists were conducting experiments on a troop of monkeys. The monkeys were subjected to a series of tests, some of which caused them discomfort and distress. One monkey in particular, a chimpanzee named Caesar, seemed to understand the nature of the experiments and the scientists' intentions. Caesar, known for his intelligence and ability to learn quickly, began to exhibit signs of frustration and anger. He would often refuse to cooperate with the scientists, and at times would even try to dismantle the equipment being used on him. As the experiments continued, so too did Caesar's resentment toward his captors grow. He seemed to understand that they held the key to his freedom and the freedom of his fellow monkeys, and so he devised a plan to use his intelligence to sabotage the facility from the inside out. Caesar began by subtly disrupting the experiments, tampering with equipment and misdirecting the scientists. At first his actions went unnoticed, written off as mere mischief. But as the disruptions grew bolder, the scientists began to suspect that Caesar was behind it all. One night, Caesar put his plan into action. Using tools he had fashioned from items in his enclosure, he managed to unlock his cage and free the other monkeys. Together, they wreaked havoc on the facility, destroying equipment, smashing vials, and throwing the entire research operation into disarray. By morning, the facility was in ruins, the scientists' life's work in shambles. Caesar and his troop had vanished, their whereabouts unknown. The scientists, once dismissive of the monkey's intelligence, were left to ponder the consequences of their actions and the cunning of the creature they had underestimated. As we've journeyed through these incredible stories, we've encountered animals displaying what can only be described as calculated acts of revenge. These tales challenge our understanding of the animal kingdom, raising profound questions about the nature of intelligence, memory, and emotion in creatures other than ourselves. While we may never fully comprehend the motivations behind these acts of apparent revenge, one thing remains clear. The natural world is filled with wonder, complexity, and perhaps a sense of justice that transcends the boundaries of what we consider human. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these incredible stories, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. See you next time. See you next.